the Benidorm Enthusiast here. Today we're in the old town of Benidorm and we're going to be taking you for a tour down the walking street. This is the main thoroughfare which joins the Levante to the Poniente side of Benidorm. It's mainly a shopping street, but we're not just going to be showing you this street, we're also going to be taking you up the side streets. The old town can be a bit of a maze if you don't know where you're going, so hopefully this will give you a better idea of what's what and what's where. So we're starting off on the Levante side of the walking street, just where the road splits. The street on your left is Gin and Tonic Street. We have done a tour down there already, and the street on the right is the walking street. Just before we head down there, let's have a look at the first side street you'll find, which is Calle Laa. The first place on this street that you can't help but notice is the adult shop. Then just opposite that is a Thai and Indian restaurant, Sherpa. I've heard great things about this place. Yet to try it yet, but I will get there. Next door to that is a quirky little bric-a-brac decorative store. And then further up you've got a bookshop, a camera shop and some bars up the top like Hager's and the Lion. Back onto the walking street. Let's have a look at the next side street. This street is called Calle Laa and the first bar you'll see is the Thistle. You've got some nice little bistros further up, Peniel's and Amigos restaurant and rooftop terrace. Then further up you've got some more little bistros that really come alive at night. Vacra, and further up another bar, Bluebells. Onto the walking street, and there's more shoe shops, clothes shops and souvenir shops. There is a street which comes off just opposite Calle Laa and you'll find a cobbler's there should you ever need one in Benidorm. We're going to join up with that street a little bit further along. The next side street off the walking street will bring you into the Plaza Mayor, and there's a very popular Spanish restaurant here, La Mejillonera. Mejillones are mussels and they do all different types here, but not just that, they do tapas, they do paellas, and this gets very, very busy. You'll often see them queuing down the street to get in. The Plaza Mayor is a shopping precinct right in the heart of the Old Town. One of the biggest leather shops you'll find here. There's a restaurant which is an extension of La Mejionera, and one of my favourite shops in the Old Town, Lemon Urban, a designer sports shop. There are even more shops if you continue through this little alley, but that'll bring you out onto a different part of the Old Town. So we're not going to go there today, we're going to get back on the walking street and continue with our tour. We're going to flip over onto the other side of the walking street now and show you what's up the next side alley. So this next street is called Calle Bon Retiro. You'll see viandas on the corner with all the ham-ons in the window. Turn down and you've got two British bars here, Little Britannia and Little Cooper's. Back onto the walking street, and it is shoppers galore around here. There's another entrance to the Plaza Mayor opposite the ham shop, and then the next street on the same side as Calle Bon Retiro is Calle del Rosario. Let's have a look down here. This street is full of little tapas bars like Los Morinos, Pulperia Galicia, Los Gallegos, and the last one is a specialist seafood tapas bar, Happy Shrimp. The next street is Calle San Miguel on the same side as the last one. You'll know you're here because you'll see the waffle shop and you cannot help but smell the chocolate coming out of there. Oh, delicious. Loads of little bars and restaurants down this street as well. A very popular fish and chip shop, Northern Soul. You've got Casper's Eatery and Bar, Harry's, Collier's, the Welcome Bar, Excalibur and Company.
You okay?
Yeah, you?
Good.
Back onto the walking street, and next to Long you'll see an ice cream parlour which brings us round to the next street, Calle Martinez Oriola. On the first part of this street you'll see the reverse side of bars like Casper's, Collier's and the Welcome Bar. Then as you get further down you've got loads more tapas bars. This isn't Tapas Alley, but it's starting to feel like it. Every time I come down here the tapas area is extending further and further out. If you carry on this street it'll bring you out at the end of Gin and Tonic Street. There's a big pharmacy on the next part of the walking street, and straight opposite that is a museum where they have a lot of different art exhibitions. Did you know there was a museum in the Old Town? I bet you've walked past it a million times and never realised what it was. The street that goes up by the side of the museum is another one of the main shopping avenues in the Old Town, the Thomas Ortuño. We have done a full video taking you right the way up here. It goes on for about 1 kilometre and brings you up at the back of the Old Town. We're not going to go all the way up there today, but if you want to watch that video, I'll post the link in the description. You've got more cafes and tapas bars in the middle of this street, and if you'd have carried on through that little tunnel that we showed you from the Plaza Mayor, here's where it would have brought you out. And straight opposite, you've got the indoor market of the Old Town. Straight opposite here, the Thomas Ortuño is probably the most famous street in the whole of Benidorm Old Town. Calle Santo Domingo, also known as Tapas Alley to the Brits or Zona de los Vascos to the Spanish, lined with tapas bars all the way through. We're not going to go down there today. We will do a full tour of this street on another video, but you'll know you're here when you see the big Spanish restaurant on the corner, Marisqueria Cordoba. On the other side of the fish restaurant Cordoba, before you get to the tobacconist, is another side street, Santissima Trinitat. And if you carry on the way up here, it'll bring you out at the top end of Tapas Alley as well. This next street is Calle Santa Fe, straight opposite the Hotel International, in between the sweet shop and the newsagents. And further up, there's another couple of hotels up this street, Hotel Santa Fe and Casa Don Juan. More bars up this street like Didi's and Papagayo, and if you continue right the way up, this will bring you out by the San Jaime Church, which then leads onto the viewpoint El Mirador, where you can get a great view of both beaches. There's a lot of little side streets very close together on this stretch of the walking street. This next one is Calles Alicante. This street's one of the main streets for the LGBT bars. Places like Barcode, DYMK, Babylon and Escape are all up this street. When you get about halfway up this street, you'll find O'Mara's, and if you were to carry on, it'll take you right the way up to the little square Plaza de la Señora, where you'll find Sherry's Bar. Side alley is opposite the cool sports shop on the walking street, and this splits into two streets. The first is Calle Vicente. On this street is where you'll find Ray's one of the oldest fish and chip shops in Benidorm, and there's also a couple more LGBT bars, G-Spot and The Jungle, and a very popular Italian restaurant further up, Italian Twist. The street splits again here into two more side streets, Calle Condestable Zaragoza and Calle de San Llorenç. Both these streets will take you up to the viewpoint in the old town in between, where you can see both Levante and Poniente. And there's a good bar at the top of this street, Bar Rumbo. Just about concludes our tour of the walking street and the side streets. There is so much going on in the old town of Benidorm. We couldn't cover it all. We tried to give you a wide range of places, but a lot of them also only open at night. If you haven't been to the old town, it is absolutely worth exploring, having a wander around to see the next time you're in Benidorm. When you get to the end of the walking street over Poniente side, it brings you out by the Parque Elche, also known as Dove Park. That's where we're going to leave it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that beer mug in the corner, and also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.